Terrorblade is banned out, so that's another good option in Slardar. We could see an Illusion Hero, but those aren't ideal against Mag, like PL isn't that great. They do go for the Clinks. So Lizard, I talked for a minute, you talked for 5 seconds, and you had more relevant information than I did.
It's just the Enchantress Clinks combo, nothing else really. And also the egg that kind of suffers versus this right clicker. I'm also interested in seeing where this Clinks is going to be.
Yeah, is it going to be mid or safe?
Yeah, is it going to be safe lane versus Slardar? Because it can be a little bit... I guess with Enchantress covering you, it can be pretty good, because you have that... you have a creep first and foremost, and then you have that slow, which is one of the best ones earlier from Enchant.
Yes.
So you'll be able to dish out that damage. No. Do they go with the Lina? That's my no, because no, I don't think so. Evil Genius.
Mobile hero.
Yeah, you need a mobile hero. You need a frontliner as well. I would hate to see something.
I'll give you even odds that it's going to be a spirit. I'm almost certain any of the spirits will come out here. I would say out of all of them, Void Spirit comes to mind the most, even though it doesn't do that great against Mag in the lane from what I've seen. I've seen it go both ways, so really not 100% sure on that matchup, because in the first game it went heavily in favor of GPK on the Mag. But I do believe that matchup could go either way, and
so
go ahead.
Usually when I thought about that matchup, I didn't play it a lot. I would always value Magnus over Void Spirit.
Yeah.
Right, but then I saw multiple matchups in which Void Spirit would come out on top. Maybe it was just the player skill that made the difference. Maybe it's the player that got outplayed, and that's it.
Radiant team pick.
Void Incarnate.
I'm like now less confident for some reason in the other one.
They do have many options, right? Like when it comes to Team Nigma.
10 seconds remaining.
All the illusion heroes are banned, so that's usually the problem with a hero like Clinks.
5
it's
seconds
not banned.
remaining.
Yeah, it is.
And Naga's banned. Naga and Terrorblade.
Stage, right? They found a way to deal perhaps with this Doom, because Ursa, at least historically, was considered one of those heroes that eats Doom alive in that laning stage. However, things have changed a little bit. Ursa got nerfed quite a bit, Doom got buffed quite a bit. It might be a little bit different now.
On paper, very good against Enchantress and Overpower. It's also good against Clinks. Hard to describe that matchup specifically.
It depends. If Clinks rushes Orchid, it can be really difficult for Ursa.
Yeah, the Void Spirit should be going Yules. I'm going to favor EG again, even after the second game. But I know I probably just took away the one line Slash was going to say this entire panel, so I'll just let him be silent and say what he has to say with his body language. And you?
I will stay with Evil Geniuses.
So be it. The oracles have provided their insight, nearly identical in their predictions, but only one team shall taketh the power today. It is Game 3, and whoever can take this series will receive unlimited power for the rest of the tournament. The time has come. Away with predictions and talk, and only action and talk from the casters. Go forth, Pixel Boy and Lacoste Intolerant.
Well, yeah, unlimited power on the line. That's quite the prize for whichever team's going to take this one away. I mean, it has been a great series so far. 1-1, of course, right now between EG and Nigma as we get ourselves into this third game. And the drafts, anything sort of stand out to you as being particularly strong from either side here?
The Clinks and Enchantress combo, Alliance ran a couple of days ago. Like, this is, I think, one of the strongest combos right now, besides like the Darkseer, Grimstroke, +1, you name it. We've seen the Batrider in the previous game, Spirit Breaker, but this could be really potent. You know, it's serious amount of damage that you kind of don't expect to happen in a short period of time.
Yeah. What do you think sort of about the approach from Nigma here, coming in with that last pick, Ursa? You know, game that you sort of look at and you can see a lot of ways that the Ursa can succeed?
Yeah, it's a good laner against the Doom. Doom has a very low armor, and Ursa is just physical damage. They also needed a hero that Clinks is kind of, you know,
Are you kidding me?
It was sort of like the best 15 minutes of a Storm we've seen in a while, and then, you know.
Wow! Wow!
buybacks on your position 4s and 5s, and also short respawn timer.
One thing that's going to be interesting to see as well this game is, I feel like without a doubt, right, you look at Nigma's lineup and they do have this that EG is going to be able to deal with this whole sort of, you know, disrupt Phoenix combo here and when the 5
combo that they have. You have Phoenix, you have Mag, and Disruptor. So you have great ways of protecting the egg. We could also see, you know, Phoenix just diving in, forcing them to group around. The only hero that is good against the egg is that Clinks. But like Clinks does not like to play into like any kind of silence. They have RP, they have Ursa. Also, I want to see what kind of item Ursa is going to go for this game. If they want to play it fast, like, it's just going to be like phase drums into a basher.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we'll see what sort of approach Miracle wants to take as we get ourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. Game 3 now of EG versus Nigma. Let's see who's going to be able to take this series away with themselves. As we saw both games, game 1 definitely the sort of closer of the two in terms of the entirety of it being drawn out. And then game 2, very much EG showing us how they can smash the lanes, and Nigma showing us how they can construct a comeback. So we'll see what we're going to see in this third game. EG coming in with a 5 and smoke. They are going to be able to get the grab on GH. Got the level 1 dive ready to go to get himself away and out of the action that EG was trying to bring. So we'll live, but doesn't mean that he has the level 1 dive here.
This is the build on Phoenix. Look at his HP, 800, crown, and 3 branches. So whenever they pick up bounty, he's gonna bring some extra region to the lane, but feels pretty unkillable. I think he has the most HP. Maybe Slayer has more. Nope, just kidding.
No, you're right. That's a lot of strength HP on Mr. GH. Let's get into the lanes. We'll see what sort of matchups we get. Looks like with the info that they have down here, Miracle is starting to head towards top. I mean, I guess what is this, Ursa? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to get into the lane against the Doom?
Yeah, I guess that's what you want to do. Like, when a lane Ursa against Clinks, that just feels suicidal.
Well, I mean, it's true because they just see the 5, though. I guess because they felt the numbers were there, that wouldn't be the case. GH is going to have to TP out of this one. We'll make it back to base. And as the lanes start to sell, we'll see Brit head down towards the bottom. Miracle, as you said, he's going to find himself against that Clinks lane. We'll see if he, you know, how so they switch that up, or if that's something that Miracle doesn't mind. But as you would imagine, yeah, with that Orb of Venom that he took out to lane, he was maybe hoping for a melee hero to hit.
Maybe they were just hoping that, you know, EG will know that they're going to do the switch, and they just keep it simple. That's definitely not for Ursa. Like, he's not going to get much out of that lane. Clanks will just keep right-clicking him.
Yeah, especially with the Enchantress up here as well. The two of them are going to do their best at punching him back. We're going to see RMN on the Disruptor to help things out. And here in the mid lane, GPK's Void Spirit against Weehar's Magnus, which is going to be interesting. Which, worth noting, of course, this is the exact mirror of what we saw in Game 1, where we got to see GPK Magnus against Weehar Void Spirit.
Okay, not see that. Just move the camera to the bottom lane, pretend it did not happen. This is the build. Like, Raid Band is just the best out of 3. Ursa, what's his CS? 2? That's very low. Like, it's gonna just become much, much harder for Ursa to actually play that lane.
We are getting very low in the mid lane. Has got a sour, but it looks like so far in the first few waves, GPK has been doing an excellent job of just getting the punches in on the Magnus. Also a fair few denies in that mid lane. 7 for 5 against the 5 for 0. Top Fly away with a TP. But we are seeing already the 3 lanes, particularly that mid and top, going very, very nicely for EG. And it's interesting that they aren't making any sort of attempt to switch the lanes around. I guess it's just very hard to do right. You know that if you do move like that, EG are almost certainly going to respond. Does mean that you have to start this game off with a very tough start for this Ursa.
He has a steroid in this game. You have Magnus in your team, so you're gonna get the farm eventually, but you can see by the items that he has Orb of Venom,
yeah.
So he kind of expected to play against Doom, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, with this lane setup, he's not getting any sort of hits on to the 2 of them. I mean, sure, he did manage to get a punch in up to Fly, but Fly each and every time with the TP will be able to play his way away from the lane. And any time and resources spent on trying to go on Fly is just going to mean continued uninterrupted.
Here's a free item. Take that butterfly.
Might need it. That's mid lane. We'll see if he able to get a skewer onto GPK. Was trying get the round. Not opting for a point quite yet on Shockwave, which can of course help that skewer back.
Oh, that was close.
I mean, GPK, he's really beaten down on We Are. Stop lane, Fly. One of the first bird onto our man there. These lanes they're off to a very rough start. I mean, it's just top lane 13-7 against the 5 for 0, 13-7 against the 7 for 1.
This is what we've seen in game number 2, where, you know, they just got completely stumped. They lost all 3 lanes, but still managed to make a comeback.
I mean, I guess it's, as you say, it worked for them in the second game. Maybe that's a strategical back here again in game 3.
Do you think anyone ever said, like, yeah, we're just gonna lose the laning stage and then we're gonna stomp them?
Oh? I mean, they got the kill. They were able to get the kill onto Arteezy. I mean, not something you necessarily expect out of that lane, but they do. They're able to actually run down the Klings. Sure, Miracle dies for it, but
Too slow.
yeah, at least able to take Arteezy out and get the kill on a hero that's out-CSing you by easily doubling that lane.
Klings is such a slow hero, you know. He does not like to have any heroes that can get on top of him. And there's also no, like, real ranged heroes that he benefit from Strife.
No, you're right. There's not any sort of range projectiles that's going to sort of help dodge. That's mid lane. I'm going to see some movements around the 4-minute rune spawns. It is going to be bottom. Doesn't mean the crit will be able to maintain control of it. Actually, just kidding. GH, he swoops in and grabs it for himself. As now, the lift up onto GH. In like this, he's put himself in a little bit of a dangerous position. He's got a Fairy Fire with the Resonant Pulse. One final right click, GPA will be able to slice him down.
Meanwhile, on the top lane, they managed to kill Fly. So this Ursa.
They're getting kills.
I mean, Ursa has 7 CS. Klings has 23 and 8, but yeah, they're getting kills.
I mean, it's you got to look at Mr. RMN. You know, he's the man making the magic happen. He's on this disruptor, and he's been able to offer up the control that's allowed Miracle to get in. See them try and turn onto RMN, but there's backup here from Nigma. GH dives in. RMN will fall, but with GH coming in, they're going to be able to set up to kill off Arteezy again. So even sort of in his dying breath, RMN just setting up.
He used the salve. Now where you're clicking him at level 2 Fiery Spirit, so Nigma should be able to pick up 2 bounty runes. Bottom lane is just 1 versus 1 battle at the moment. Still, EG ahead of them by 1k.
Yeah, I mean, EG in the creeps, but Nigma, especially for those players up top, that they're finding the kills very early on. You know, that's just sort of as a hero. It doesn't, not necessarily the biggest of creep hitters, apart from when he goes for that Battle Fury build. You know, he's all about killing the heroes, but this is really Nigma taking it another level. You know, this Miracle Ursa just 13 CS at 5 minutes, but he's getting involved in a lot of action thanks to RMN.
GPK is level 6.
GH.
He's out of mana. All right, there's nothing to die. One fair
Radiant's
fire.
middle tower is under attack.
GPK. You know, after that last game, he does not want to throw.
No.
And only 1 actual step charge.
Yeah, would
If
have
it
been
was 2, yeah, definitely go for a kill.
bottom. Ramses trying to chase down Mind Control, but Mind Control a little too speedy with the sprint. Is out of the way. 6 with the rune comes up. And GPK will be able to grab it as it spawns down bottom. Top lane, a bit of pressure onto Miracle to shove him outside of the lane. And that will be that. He's out of there. He's going to take the walk back to base. 1k lead for EG. Another sort of great back and forth start. And EG, as we say, they do have that sort of CS advantage, but Nigma, they're making some smart moves to keep themselves in it by keeping equal with the kills.
A little bit of detours. We're gonna watch the map, see if we can find anything. What if there's like something hidden in the map?
Well, I remember
like an Easter egg.
I can't remember who said this, but I remember being at some sort of event and someone did say there are still secrets that haven't been found by the community. Now I don't know if they were sort of, you know, talking rubbish to me, and this was many years ago. But it is fascinating and exciting to think that maybe something's still hidden in plain sight that people just haven't found yet.
Yeah, have you tried cutting every single tree down?
No, I did. There we go. Do that and
try it. If you find something, tweet at me.
Poor person's gonna sit there for hours. I don't know how long it takes. I don't know the most efficient way would be to do that.
I think you need all like 5 heroes on both teams.
Yeah,
you got it down.
You have to do this in a ranked game. Yeah. Your teammates will love you.
It's for the science. It doesn't matter if you lose MMR.
Yeah, exactly. Think of the secrets that await.
A gift from the
Bottom.
Radiant's
Case on to crit. Into the trees they go. Oh, crit. Won't be able to go for Ramses. He's a little too tanky. In fact, turning it around a bit with the Scorched Earth onto Mind Control. But again, Mind Control will live. He's got a salve out as well, so he'll be able to keep himself in the lane.
You see both of these offlaners, like Ramses having phase boots and going for extra wind lace for some movement speed. Same goes for Mind Control. You know, to speed, extra wind lace. Just wants to be able to outrun that Doom.
On top lane, gang coming in from GPK, but he's off the mark with the Remnant. We'll try and jump in with a step onto Miracle. Glimpse is going to tear him away. GPK.
Someone stop him. He needs to go back.
Yeah, that initial Remnant miss, unfortunately, meaning that they didn't have quite enough control and damage to burst through Miracle. Miracle's going to be fine. That was them to put a bit of pressure onto the tier 1 tower top. He's close on the 6. Bottom lane, diving as well as the bashes onto Ramses. Mind Control. It's going to try and chase this, but again, the movement speed of this Doom just far too speedy for Mind Control to chase down in a 1v1.
Out of these, using so many resources on flasks, just to, you know, keep the heroes healthy and alive.
And lots of effort put onto keeping them in the lane.
Easy, getting closer to level 6. This is where the combo starts. Like, you enchant one of the creeps, and then suddenly you have like 1,000 damage on Clinks.
And you like this from Arteezy as well, going for the full greed build, rushing the Midas on Clinks this game?
Yeah. Is he really?
Got Midas queued up on Clinks.
Well, that's, I don't know if that's the play. Yeah.
I mean, cause yeah, you were saying you would like to see what like the Orchid, right? Getting aggressive onto the Ursa.
Yeah, especially against the Ursa.
Yeah.
Like, so with this kind of a build,
yeah,
you're just, you know, playing for the late game, but I don't think you need more attack speed or just levels on Clinks. Like, he's committing.
He's got that gloves on the way, so I mean, if he's gonna have the option to farm, he's always gonna take it at Arteezy. So we'll see how this one pans out for him. The Midas Clinks in play.
So this is the combo. Enchantress goes for a creep, and then he uses Hand of Midas, and Enchantress does not get it. And then he can't eat it with the death pack.
Yeah, that's true. He's got to be careful about
Dire's middle tower is under
Which ability he uses to shoot those creeps? Pullbacks there with the Remnant onto Miracle. Uncontrolled going to be able to get him with Crush onto Fly Skewer as well. Whoa, Weeheart, an RP onto the dead body of Fly. Won't really do much for him at all. GH ends up dying.
Arteezy's on Mag.
In the
He
pit,
got the kill.
he's running him down. And you're right, Weeheart, after committing with that skewer and unnecessary RP, he just handed himself up for Arteezy to get the freebie. As Arteezy gets the kill over in the river, and Ramsey's trying to chase down Mind Control. Won't be able to get the catch on him though with the sprint. He's out and away through that river. As they'll come out on top of that one as a whiff spell or two. I mean, it's an easy cleanup for Evil Geniuses.
It's 2k gold advantage for EG, but a lot of that gold comes from Doom. You know, just devouring creeps, that extra gold that he gets, bounty rune spawning. Slardar wants to contest, like he wants to grab it, and he actually gets it. Still gonna be 2 for 2.
See, the fight is to continue here as the dives there, potentially got to fly the glimpse back from RMN, dragging